Okay. Team Genesis, walk on. Everybody hearing me and seeing me properly? Is there any, everybody is hearing me? Dwayne, are you hearing me, bro?
Yes.
Is my audio okay?
Loud and clear, bro.
Okay, cool. So we're just about to get started. So for those who don't know me, my name is Oral Mackenzie. But today is not about me. It's about someone who is very special. This person has managed to create tens of thousands of teams worldwide in about 40 different countries. She knows exactly how to duplicate. Somebody background is a little bit noisy. You can keep yourself mute, please. Just put yourself on mute.
Yeah.
I'm just muting everyone. Okay, so as I was saying before, the background noise, my name is Oral Mackenzie, but it's not about me today. It's about someone who is very special. This person has built a huge team in 40 different countries, tens of thousands of people. And as they always say in network marketing industry, without duplication, you just have another job. She is a champion. In fact, I call her champion. She called me champion. And she's just someone that is a servant leader, someone that I look up to. So with no more further ado, Efrosyni, you're on.
All right. Hello. Hang on. I'm going to turn on my video. Let me know how the Wi-Fi is, because I am in my village in Cyprus right now, so the Wi-Fi is not the best. If you guys can hear me, let me know. And you can see me all good.
We're hearing you, and I'm seeing you properly also.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm seeing you, and I'm hearing you properly.
Well, I'm in my dad's office right now. Here's you guys might appreciate this actually. Here's a picture of me and my two brothers when we're little kids. See the guy with the cheesy green right on the top? That's my brother, George Adamides. That is the person that literally 9.5 years ago, guys, essentially invited me to see this amazing idea called World Ventures. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. None of us would be here as well. And I believe a lot of things actually started with Team Genesis because of my brother, George Adamides. So I'm excited to be here with you guys. What I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to press on mute all, okay? But I will give you an option towards the end if there's some burning questions that you guys feel that you need to ask. By all means, you'll be able to do that towards the end, okay? Now, Oral, thank you for that awesome introduction. Guys, it's really awesome to have someone that is passionate, focused, disciplined, has a clear vision where he's going. And I see there's some really good traction in the Jamaican team right now. But I'm telling you from experience, if you follow the 3 keys to massive duplication that I'm going to share with you over the next 25 minutes or so, these few hundred people team that you've got will become a few tens of thousands of people team in the next few years. Because what I'm going to teach you is exactly what we taught our team. It's exactly what our mentors taught us years ago. And it's exactly what we've been able to duplicate over and over and over again for the last few years. Now, before we get started, I want you guys to type on the chat, what was the #1 reason that you said yes to World Ventures? Type it on the chat. What's the #1 reason you said yes to World Ventures? Was it for the money? Was it for time freedom? Was it for a better lifestyle? Was it because you want to grow yourself? Was it because you wanted to help somebody? Was it because you want to fire your boss? What was the #1 reason that you joined World Ventures? I want to hear from everybody. Business-minded, financial freedom, better lifestyle, financial freedom. What else?
Better lifestyle for all the banks.
Better lifestyle?
Sure.
Better life for me and my younger siblings. Financial freedom and a lifestyle my family can enjoy. Real freedom. I hear you. Awesome. I know there's some of you that are feeling a little bit shy, but I want to hear from all of you guys. What's the number one reason that you joined World Ventures, that you said yes, and you said, I want this? Better lifestyle and yes to travel the world. Fun and fulfillment. Financial freedom. Financial freedom is coming up a lot. Okay, cool, awesome. So it seems the common denominator here is better lifestyle and financial freedom. That's one of the key things. Now, what's financial freedom? Financial freedom is to make $1 more every single month passively to what your expenses are. So if, let's say, for example, your expenses are, I don't know, $500 US per month, that's your mortgage or your rent or your mobile phone bill, your electricity, your bills. Those bills, the whether you work or not, they're going to come in anyway. We've got those residual bills, okay? And if we got a residual income that is literally just $1 more than what those bills are, that's freedom, okay? Freedom doesn't necessarily mean you fire your boss tomorrow when you get to that point. It just means it starts giving you some peace of mind. Freedom doesn't mean that you need to become a millionaire. It just means when you get to the point where your part-time business makes just $1 more than your full-time job, you have choices. You have choices whether you keep doing what you're doing or you reduce your hours. I wouldn't leave my job then. Okay. Now, one of the things is you're going to see that your goals are going to evolve through this. And I'm going to tell you, hang on. Someone said it was to travel. From IMD something. Is it Tom? He says, when I first started, it was to travel. But then when I get in and I realize I can make money, help a lot of people in the same way as me, I decided to make it happen no matter what. I like what you just said. The reason I pointed it out is because it goes to prove exactly what my mentor said to me when I first got started. He said, Efrosyni, when you get money out of the way, you realize the important things in life. When you get money out of the way, you realize the important things in life. Now, going back 9.5 years ago, almost 10 years ago, guys, and I remember, and I was sitting there, and one of my mentors is Matt Morris. Two of my main mentors is Matt Morris and Johnny Winbury. Matt is the #1 income earner in the whole company, triple IMD. Johnny is the #2 income earner in the whole company, triple IMD, okay? You have to be careful who you follow. When you follow certain people, you also get the lifestyle, so you got to be conscious who you're following. Okay, a lot of people are moving fast in the wrong direction. A lot of people are moving fast and staying still. Okay, a lot of people are not even moving. So you got to be careful who you follow. You got to be careful whose opinion you buy, because when you buy their opinion, you buy their lifestyle. Now, I remember Matt Morris said that to me 9.5 years ago. When you get money out of the way, you realize the important things in life. At the time, my mindset was broke, okay? I was making money, but I thought money was all that was important at the time. And usually you think the most important thing is usually what you don't have. The ones that say money is not important, a lot of the time when they say things like that, okay, it's because they're trying to justify certain situations, okay? But the ones that say money is not important are usually the ones that that's all they can think about because it's what they're missing in their life. Do you see what I mean? I was chasing the money 9.5 years ago because I had a scarcity mindset. When I started building World Ventures, more importantly than building World Ventures was building my mind, okay? And I'm going to tell you one of my favorite quotes, Benjamin Franklin. He says, when you empty your wallet into your mind will fill your wallet. So when my mentor said to me, when you get money out of the way, you realize the important things in life, my old mindset said, easy for you to say you're already a millionaire. That's what I was thinking in my head. I didn't get what he meant because I wasn't where he was. Now, fast forward a couple of years later, when I got to the point where I was, I guess, financially free, in the sense I was making more money per month than what my passive bills were. And I remember February 2010, we had the first big training, 2-day training, like what just happened, Momentum, over in the US. We had the first big training, and it happened in Cyprus. And at that training, we've literally been building the business for about 10 months. And at that training, I had 4 marketing directors walk the stage from my team. 4 marketing directors. I kid you not. I was more excited about the people in my team hitting rank rather than me hitting rank. I was more excited about the stories that they had built. I was more excited about seeing one of my guys that used to work 16 hours a day as a manager of the Hilton, 16 hours a day to make 800 euros a month. I was more excited when I saw him make his first 4,000 euro check in 1 month. I was more excited when during that event, we brought him out a cake to congratulate him for firing his boss after 9 months of being in the business. I was more excited about the student in my team that had to borrow the money to get started. And I was really excited about the fact he became the first RMD outside of the US. I was really excited about the fact that this guy was so broke that he was sleeping on the floor of a friend of his when he went to his first training, and he had to hustle to borrow the money from 10 different friends in order to make the money that he needed to make in order to come to his first 2-day training. When I saw that the stories in my team got me more excited than me hitting my goals, that's when I realized the power of this business. That's when I realized the power of teamwork and building a legacy. Now, why am I sharing this to you guys? I'm sharing this with you guys because I want you to understand that World Ventures is not just about you. World Ventures is about, yes, creating freedom, yes, providing a better quality of life for you and your family, but one, it's about the people that you're working with. It's about caring what they want to get out of it. It's about caring what their goals are, caring what their must is. And there's a difference between wanting something and there's a difference when it's a must to make it happen. See, every single person said financial freedom, better quality of life, or something along those lines. But let me ask you this. What would it take for you to go from I want financial freedom to I must have it? I'm willing to do whatever it takes in order to make it happen. I want you to write down, okay? I don't want you to be watching this passively, guys. I want you to be right now, write down what would it take for you to make it a must to win in World Ventures and achieve your financial freedom and achieve a better quality of life for you and your friends. Write down what it would take for you to make it a must. And let me know when you've got at least one reason down. When you've got at least one reason down and it's a must for you to make it happen, just write done. I want to know. Oral always done first. Awesome. Who else has got at least one reason? Nikita. Well done. Awesome. Who's next? We're getting there. Let me know what it would take for you to make it a must. Awesome. Cool. So I can see most people are done. Let me ask you something. When it became a must for you, was it about you, or was it someone in your life that you care for that is more important? So I'll tell you what's interesting, guys. As humans, we're emotional creatures and we do more for the people that we love rather than for ourselves. See, what made it a must for me was my mom and dad. It made it a must for me seeing my mom working crazy hours, seeing my dad work away, working in Spain. My mom was living in Cyprus. He was traveling back and forth every month, seeing my mom 1 week a month, and seeing them working so hard and can't afford to retire because he was a contractor his whole life. Always we had the vision with my brother to retire our parents, to get them to the point where they didn't need to worry about money or time. And to have been able to do that, it's a gift, okay? But there's so much more than that as well. And I want to share a quick story for you in terms of how things changed when I went from I won the money, I won the financial freedom, to it became a must, and how quickly that changed in my business. So I joined April 2009. April 2009, I put in about 20 personals in my first month. And the reason I put 20 personals in my first month is because my mentor at the time, I didn't have access to Matt or Johnny straight away. Matt and Johnny lived in Dallas. I lived in London. I had a mentor in London that I was working with. And I said to him, what do I have to do to deserve the time of someone like Matt or Johnny? He goes, look, you got to get to the level of minimum marketing director at the time. But he goes, until that point, I know they pay attention to anybody that does get 6 in a week. So I'm like, okay, well, if they pay attention to anybody that does get 6 in a week, what I'm going to do in that case, I'm going to do more than that. So I did a get 9 in my first 24 hours, and I did a get 20 in my first 30 days. Why? Because I wanted to raise the bar high. Now, my business was moving, and it was getting there, but here's what happened. April until May, I realized I was playing. I wasn't playing to win, but I was playing the game. I was going to the presentations, I was doing the right actions, but it wasn't a must. And here's what happened in May 2009 that changed everything for me. May 2009, I had a very dear auntie of mine that was very, very sick. And, I got a phone call from the family going, look, you got to come to Cyprus. You got to see her because we don't think she's got long to go. So I booked the flights. I went to Cyprus, but at the time I was working a full-time job and I had 2 businesses, one based out of Cyprus. So I literally, every time I would go to Cyprus every single month for 1 week at a time, and I would see about 60 to 80 clients during that week. Okay, so my schedule was nuts. So I went to Cyprus. As soon as I arrived, I had 14 appointments back to back. This is not World Ventures appointments. This is for my business at the time because I was still an employee and still was running a lot of businesses. So I had 14 appointments and I said, okay, I can't see my auntie today. I'm going to see her tomorrow. That night, my auntie passed away. She had cancer. We lost her. That was the point where I went from I want to win, I want freedom, to become a must. At that point, when I got that phone call and I realized that I missed seeing my auntie at the time where she needed me the most, I missed seeing her because of work or time or business, I made the promise to myself that I didn't care what it took in order to win at the highest level in this. I knew that I wanted the kind of freedom that if someone that needed me called me and said, I need you, whether I was in Australia, whether it was at the other side of the world, I can just pick up the phone, make a booking, and be right there. From that point, when it became a must for me, within 7 months later, I fired my boss. When I lost my godmother 2 years ago, again to sickness, I was there with her every single day till the very end. Why? Because of freedom. Because I wanted to be there for the people that I love. When I miss my grandma, I come here to Cyprus and see them. When my new niece just got born on the weekend, I booked flights, came over here to see her. I have absolute freedom to do the things that I love. You know why? Because I went from wanting freedom to I don't care what I need to do. I will work 24 hours a day. I will work 7 days a week. I will lose sleep. I will do whatever it takes to win. That's the only reason we won. Okay. Now, I've spent a lot of point on the first point, guys. I've spent a lot of time on that because I want you guys to have a clear vision of what you want to do. I want you to have a clear vision of what you want to achieve from World Ventures because it's a vehicle. That's the key to creating duplication. I want you to have a clear vision when you're working with somebody new. And let's say I'm sitting down and I'm working with Joy. I need to know what Joy wants to achieve, that she wants it. I need to know what it's going to take for her to become a must so I can help her win. So number one, having a clear vision of what you want, having a clear vision of what your team wants when you're working with them, and making sure you know what it would take to be a must. Because here's the deal, guys, okay? When it's a must for you guys to win, and there's a Zoom call, does your sponsor or your upline have to call you going, hey, there's a webinar, there's a Zoom call, you got to jump on? If it's a must for you to be a win, you don't need reminder. You're the one calling your team to get them on the call. When there's a regional coming up and you know that the people that are coming to teach you at the regional, like Rob and Kim Campbell, who are two of my dear friends, amazing individuals. To give you an idea, Rob and Kim used to run Remax in the US, one of the biggest real estate agencies in all of the US. And their franchises that they own for Remax did $1 billion in turnover. They were doing ridiculous amount of business, but they had no time. That's why they did World Ventures. And now they're IMD, they got a ridiculous sized team, amazing, amazing lifestyle. More importantly, they got freedom. Now, when you know you've got a regional on the 2nd of March in Jamaica, in your backyard, and it's a must for you to have freedom, and you know that you can learn from two individuals that gave up everything to go from money, but more importantly than money, time, freedom. Do you need your upline to call you up and go, hey, I need you to book this regional because it's going to help your business? Or are you the one that as soon as you see it in the back office, you're booked? More importantly, are you the one that's calling your team to get them booked. Do you see what I mean? That's the difference between wanting to win and it's a must. Are you the kind of person that you want to win so bad that it's 1 o'clock in the morning and you said to yourself, I'm going to do at least one presentation every single day because it's a must for me to have freedom for me and my family, that even at 1 o'clock in the morning, you're going, hey, you know what? There's people in other time zones. I can call them and do another presentation. That's the difference between wanting to win and it's a must to win and you're willing to do whatever it takes. So have a clear vision of what you want. Have a clear reason as why it's a must for you to make it happen. Okay. And the second thing is you got to develop the mindset. Okay. See, any successful business owner that you speak to, guys, when they sat there and they've done so much research on that and they said to them, okay, what are the keys to success? One of the common denominators that always came up is 80% mindset. 80% mindset, 20% skills. Now, this applies to sportsmen as well. If you go and you look at, I love Muhammad Ali, okay? Maybe it's because I used to do kickboxing. He's a boxer. I love Muhammad Ali. I loved his philosophy. I loved what he stood for. And the thing is, one of the things that they came up when they interviewed him, and he goes, they said to him when he became the #1 champion in the world for boxing, and they said to him, how do you feel about being the #1 champion in the world? Was it a surprise for you? And he said, no, I already saw the whole game before I even got in the ring. I was already #1 before I got in the ring. You know why? Because his mindset was ridiculously strong. He visualized the whole tournament before he would get even in the ring every single time. That's why he was a winner, because he worked on this. What are you doing daily? What are you feeding your mind daily in order to keep it strong? So when you're out there building your dreams, guys, when you're out there building your goals, and sometimes you take a couple of punches, when you build this, what do you do when you take a couple of punches? You get back up and you get back in the ring. But if you don't keep the mindset strong and you take a couple of punches, you know what happens to most people? They say, well, this is harder than I thought. I thought this was going to be easier. And they stay down and they feel sorry for themselves and they keep telling themselves 100 reasons why it's okay to stay down. Why it's okay not to get back up. Why it's okay to not take another punch. But you speak to any successful person, the only reason they're successful is because they took a punch and they just kept on going and going until they won. So the thing is, guys, you got to keep the mindset strong. You got to have a clear vision of exactly where you're going. You got to keep the mindset strong. Now, how do you keep the mindset strong? It's got to do with what you're saying to yourself when you talk to yourself. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have ever done affirmations before. This might be completely new to you. I know when I started doing affirmations a few years ago, I was uncomfortable doing affirmations. But I had to change what was in my mind, had to program myself to think like a winner. So sometimes when you go to an appointment, and some of you, maybe you go to an appointment and you think, oh my God, I hope they have the money to sign up. I hope they say yes. I hope they don't laugh at me. I hope they don't reject me. And most people are sitting there and they're almost kind of trying not to focus on the things that they want to avoid. But the problem is what you focus on expands. So if you focus on what could go wrong, guess what's going to happen? It's going to go wrong. So here's what I do when I go to an appointment. I'm visualizing them. I've got my mind visualizing them being on stage, getting recognized as an IMD, and thanking me from stage for changing their life. That's what I'm visualizing when I'm going to an appointment. Now, does that mean that every single person I'm going to show is going to say yes? Absolutely not. Guys, I did a bunch of presentations in the last 5 days, personal presentations. I've got 300,000 people in my team. I've got 32 first-time millionaires. I've made millions from World Ventures. And I made a bunch of presentations last week, and I actually signed up one person, and the one person that I signed up, their card didn't go through, and the next day they didn't answer the phone. The only difference, this happens to me too, but the only difference is when it happens to me and it happens to somebody else in the team, I'm just like, you know what, it's part of the game. Next, I'm going to find the next hungry one. I don't sit there and go, man, well, they're not answering my call, but she was so excited to see the information from me. What happened? You know, like, I'm just like, whatever. It's not their time yet. It's cool. Next, I'm going to go on to the next person. Okay? The quicker I got the next person, the quicker I'm going to get the results. Okay? So, affirmations, speaking to reality what you want to create. Some of my affirmations when I'm going to an appointment is that I am the leader that everybody wants to follow. People get excited when they see the presentation. People that I share the information with are excited to be part of the team, and they turn into a leader. That's the kind of stuff that I'm speaking before I go into an appointment, because I want to speak into reality what I want to create. Now, the other way that I do this as well is I put good stuff in my mind. Garbage in, garbage out. Good stuff in, good stuff out. So on the way to an appointment, I'm listening to audios. I'm listening to Advantage. I'm listening to the recordings of some of the CDs that I got from the different events. And the only reason that I know all this stuff is because I've listened to Marcus Ed, I've listened to Matt Morris, I've listened to Johnny, I've listened to all the great speakers so many times that sometimes I say stuff they say and I think it's my stuff, okay? Because I totally forget that I heard it somewhere. I actually think it's my stuff, okay? So here, what it comes down to the third thing, okay? So have a clear vision. Develop the mind. Third, back it up with action. You need to have all three, guys, in order to have the magic ingredient, the formula of the 3 keys to success. Because if you don't know where you're going, it's almost like would you get in a car? Imagine you get into a car and you're like, okay, cool. I'm in the car. I'm like, now where am I going? You don't know where you're going. You've got no GPS. You're in a country you've never been to before. But you're sitting in a Ferrari. It's going to be a sweet ride either way. I mean, a Ferrari is really cool to drive, and it can take you fast to any destination. But if you don't give it a destination, where are you going to go? Probably going to end up somewhere else and go, that's not where I intended to go. But if you don't have a clear vision where to go, how are you going to know where to take the car? How are you going to know what to put in the GPS? See, the GPS, you're going to get at the trainings, because the training is a system. And at the trainings, like the regionals, which is part of developing the mind, is going to the regionals. Part of developing the mind is going to the bigger trainings like Momentum and United. Our international convention in Los Angeles. The one place that happens once a year where everybody comes together from every single continent, where you get to meet all the executives, all the top leaders, 10 of the best trainers that the company has, alongside with our founder, Wayne Nugent. It's not very often you get to hear from Wayne Nugent. All of us coming together in Los Angeles, there'll be something like 10, 12,000 people at that event. And when you come to that environment, when you come into that fire, when you bring other people from your team, I'm telling you, you're going to shift. You're going to see people's mindset shift. But when you got an event like that coming up, when you got the regional coming up like that next week, what you got to back it up, you got to back it up with action. If you're developing the mind, if you know exactly where you're going, but if you're not doing presentations every day, if you're not doing at least one presentation every day, and I'm going to give you the formula and I'm going to finish things off, okay? There's a formula for moving your business. There's a formula for moving fast with your business. And there's a formula for breaking records. And you can alternate between all three. Okay? So the formula for moving your business, a trickle in your business, as we call it, is at least one presentation a day. One presentation a day. You got 24 hours to play with. If you take off 8 hours that you're working, maybe you take 8 hours that you're sleeping, you still have 8 hours left in order to build your business and fit in some relaxation time or hobbies or see the family, whatever you need to do. 1 hour a day is one presentation a day. If you do that, your business will grow, will be consistent, it won't be fast, but it will grow and it'll be consistent. One presentation a day. If you want to grow fast, 2 to 3 presentations a day. 2 to 3 presentations a day. Okay? Now, if you want to be a record breaker, 5 presentations a day. This one formula, guys, is exactly the same formula that we have been taught, and we taught our team over and over and over again. You know, I mean, I remember the fastest IMD for quite some time that we had in our team. The fastest person to hit IMD in our team was 18 months. And we told him exactly this formula. I know exactly where you want to go. Develop the mind, okay, with the trainings, with the audios, with the affirmations, and daily action. And we said to him, if you want to break records, 5 presentations a day. He did 5 presentations a day as a minimum for 18 months straight. And he went from 0 to IMD in 18 months. Now that guy's name is Razvan. And Razvan and Jetta, his business partner, to give you an idea, have now built a team of 50,000 people in our team. A few months ago, he attracted a team in Russia. And one lady in his team, Olga, when they told her that formula, 5 presentations to break records, she goes, well, I want to break his record. So if he was doing 5 presentations a day, I'm going to do 10 presentations a day. She did IMD in 9 months. Now that's the fastest for someone to do IMD in our team. 9 months IMD. Now guys, I'm not telling you everybody's going to do IMD. Your goal might be to not even do IMD. Your goal might be to just, I want to make an extra $500 US a month. I want to take my family on some trips. I want to reduce some of my hours that I'm working at work. I want to help someone that I love, whatever it is. I'm just telling you, you have a formula, whether you want to do it, whether you want to do it slow but consistently, whether you want to do it fast, or whether you want to do it breaking records. You choose. But here's what it comes down to. One of the ways, one of the magic secrets of always breaking records and building leadership and building speed comes down to how many people you have at the training. The training always builds leaders. The more people you put into the training, the bigger the explosion that's going to happen afterwards. Literally between now and the weekend, Saturday, when you guys have the regional, you go 6 days. Even if you're brand new right now, even if you got nobody in your team right now, or maybe you got a bunch of people in your team, but maybe you feel like you haven't found your aces yet, okay? What I always do right before an event, we have Momentum in Barcelona this week. I'm telling you, tomorrow I'm flying back to London. I'm telling you, the next days I'm not going to sleep. I didn't sleep before the promotion ended on Friday night. I've relaxed for 2 days with the family. And I'm telling you, Monday, I'm not going to sleep for the next few days. You know why? I got a bunch of people that we're going to be helping walk the stage at Momentum in Barcelona this week. A bunch of people. And I got a bunch of people, new people, that I'm going to be personally bringing to Barcelona. And I'm telling you guys, you need to do the same thing. Between now and Saturday, I will be showing as many people as possible. I will be doing as many presentations. I will be doing as many phone calls to my team. I would be meeting with my team. And I would do whatever it takes. That's why I put that song at the beginning, because that's my theme song, is doing whatever it takes in order to win, doing whatever it takes to get as many people to come to the regional on Saturday. And what you're going to see that straight after the regional, the ones that come to the regional where they got excited, they can see the vision, they want to drum to the same beat as you, then I would be working with those people to help them to rank advance and working on bringing even more people to United. I'm telling you, if you follow this formula of going from event to event to event and making sure that every time you go to an event, you got more people at this event than what you did at the last event, I'm telling you that your business will go like this. We have 5,000 people coming to Momentum in Barcelona, guys, and 4,300 out of the 5,000 are in our team. We just had Momentum in Africa. There was 3,000 people there. We had 600 people there from our team. We just started building in Africa now. We got Momentum in Australia, 80% in Australia from our team. 30% from the Asia event that just happened, that is about to happen, is also from our team. I know this because all these events are pretty much sold out except Australia, and I see this from the back office. The only reason we've got the success that we've got as a team, this is not Efrosyni, this is not George, it's not about oral, it's not about your leaders, it's about the team's success. The only reason is because a handful of people just follow the formula of success and you keep on repeating it until you win. So guys, look, I'm going to stop recording, but if you have some burning questions,